Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. This is Virtual Farmer Ken Bob, and we are currently working on Field 3. We've got oats to be planting here. See if I can get all this set back up. Took a little bit of time off because I had some issues with the computer. Somehow or other, one of my mods that I had installed had corrupted my save game. So I had to go back and recover all that stuff. Didn't really take too long to get all that stuff done. It was just a matter of getting to it and having the time to be able to work on it. Right now, like I said, we're working on Field 3, trying not to get stuck in this ditch. I think we'll get out of it. Yeah, there we go. But we've got to get this done tonight because tomorrow starts our normal planting season for our home crops. And we've got soybeans and corn that we plant on our own fields. We do have a rotation going on different farms, but those are primarily for the animals, the pigs and the cows. We don't really count those as part of our cash crop. Anyhow, so we do have that stuff to take care of, but it's just not right now. It's already been done. We do have a couple fields of soybeans that we need to plant. I say a couple. I mean, it's just one, I think, for the animals, and then the rest of them are our cash crop. They'll be either stored or sold, either off the field or after the price goes up. But for now, we've got this field and field 21 that we have to get done, planting oats in, which I'm kind of glad to see that we're doing oats because the last couple times it seemed like we did canola, and we're about out of space for canola. We don't really need any more. But since we need oats, and I think the pigs eat oats, so that'd be good to be able to start storing. Because our home fields that we use, our own fields of animal feed, don't think we have quite enough to support a huge amount of animals. I don't know that we'll ever get real big in animals, but it's a possibility. On the way contracts work, you always have a little bit of extra crops left over, so I usually try to store those, save them for whenever the price is either high or now that we have animals, we might be saving them to feed to the animals. But in the interest of moving this along and not making you sit here and keep watching me mess around in the dark where you can't even really see what I'm doing, I can't even really see what I'm doing, but I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of this off of camera, and we'll catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Okay, well, I thought I'd drop in here and say hello again, but uh, we're not even halfway through the field, and we have run out of seed on this planter. So we're going to come over here and see if we can't find some seed somewhere. I think we got some in this tinder, but oh no, that's not the seed tinder, that's the fertilizer. So we'll run back here and see if I've got some sitting in our stockpile. there's any back here, we'll go ahead and fill up with it. And I don't see any. I know I got some. Something about the nighttime that just makes this stuff even more difficult. Pull this over here and oh, yeah, we'll just pull this over here and see if we can't go find something rather than driving all over the place. Oops. Yeah, there's the seed tender. And no. Let's just pull this up a little bit. I wish they allowed us to check whether or not a vehicle is empty without having to hook up to it. I know there's a mod out there, but I'm not real keen on adding mods once I'm in the middle of something, because I did do that, and that's what messed up my recording the last time I tried to do one, and that cost me almost a couple weeks worth of time here. Alright, so we do have seed in here, great. We'll just use this little tractor instead of hooking up the truck. Oh, even though it's going through the roof, we'll open it up and then we don't have to worry about that. I know I've got seed sitting somewhere. I've done some rearranging and I just been too long since I did it. I don't remember where exactly I put everything, which is my fault. I should have tried to do a little bit better preparation before I started on this, but I think we got it straightened out now. If my figuring is right, we should have enough seed in this tender. Well, let me retract that. I don't think we're going to have enough seed to finish both fields because we'll have to fill back up at least one more time. And yeah, we're down to 2,000, so that's not going to get us through this field. Well, I mean this field and the next field. So we'll probably have to figure out how to get some more seed. Maybe we'll have to order some from the farmers co-op. I wonder. No, that's not what I want. Shut this tractor down here. I wonder if well, it says we got 7 pallets of seed sitting somewhere. Try to go into oop. Let's see. We're seeing pallets here. There's so much stuff around here, I can't see it all. I don't know what it would fall under. I guess that's what it falls under. Oh, you know what? I bet it's up here at the pig farm. No, It's going to be down at the other cow farm, isn't it? I see some pallets right there. There's a little bit of yellow. Okay, well that tells me we're going to need to order some pallets, so give a call to the co-op. I'm sure 8 o'clock at night they'll be happy for that call. Okay, we called, they delivered. So we got some seed here now. We'll go ahead and get it loaded up in this seed tender so that we're ready to go as soon as we need it in that tractor. Or I mean in that planter. This particular tender comes with the option to load from the top or to load like we are right now with just pulling up beside it. And for this particular series, I felt like loading from pallets would be better because there's not really many places to go and buy seed. I'm not sure if you can buy them at the co-op or at the animal dealer. Seems to me like there is a place down there to buy some stuff like lime and fertilizer. But I've never really done a whole lot of checking out around there because I've always just bought them in the pallets. But anyhow, we are loaded up now, so whoop, shut the tractor off. Bad thing about not being able to hear what I'm doing here. So we'll run this back out into the field and we'll try to get the field number 3 finished up. In real life, I think I'd love working nights, but well, here I am driving off the road. I'd love working nights like this because a little bit more peace and quiet and normally not so much traffic. But on the game, I don't like working nights because the lighting is just impossible for me. Can't see much of anything whenever it's in the dark time mode. Wish there was a tractor out there somewhere that had lights to the side that gets rid of that blind spot there to the left and the right of the tractor. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, see if I can find where I was. Oh, we gotta stretch back out. Ooh, I'm close, but not quite. Run back up here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get turned around here and get lined back up, and we'll try to get this field finished, or at least close to finished. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and let y'all go, and we'll see you here in just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna have to make some changes to our plans here, so I figured I'd go ahead and come back in here before we're completely out. But we're getting close to getting to the end of this the seed that we have in this drill. And as you can see, we still have quite a bit of this field left. So what we're gonna do is I'll go ahead and make a couple more passes here, and we'll have to run back up and refill this seeder. we can make one more pass. I'm not sure. Yeah, we can try. Around here and do at least one more pass, and then we'll run back up to the house. Or the farm, I mean. And we'll get some seed loaded on this, but then we need to go put some water out for the animals. I was looking at that and noticed that they're getting kind of low. So we're going to have to get that done, and then once we're done with the water, we'll probably come back, but I'll probably go ahead and finish off field 3 and 21 off camera. Okay, sorry about that. Real life interrupted. Can't remember what I was saying now. I think I was mentioning that we're going to go ahead and fill the cedar. Then we're going to run over and water our animals. And then once we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and finish these 2 fields off camera. And when we come back together for our next session, probably just be ready to do our own fields with corn and soybeans. I know that's kind of getting into the main course of what we're trying to do on this series. Yeah, we might not make it all the way across after looking at it. We're down to 1%. That's all right. We'll just stop where we stop. Where we run out, I mean. I was just watching a Clarke Farms video last night, the first one I've seen from him in a while. He did all his recording during the spring planting season, and he's just now starting to release all those videos, and been quite a few changes on his farm. Again, I knew he was already out of animals. He quit doing the cows, but apparently that rogator that I was using that he bought, he's gotten rid of that and might be getting the Hagee. So I I'd like to keep up with reality here and try to do as much as I can to kind of stay with the real story. But I don't know if I can come up with a good Hagee. I've looked for different uh, fertilizer spreaders and all that, sprayers. Look for different stuff like that, and those things are kind of hard to come by in mods. At least that are exactly matching the real life stuff that you're trying to imitate. And I'm not the most technical person, so if it don't come ready to use, I don't know how to do much with it otherwise. So we'll just try to kind of keep track of what's going on and see how things progress. And maybe once we see what he actually got, we'll see if we can't find something. I thought I was hitting it right, and then I find out I'm not. Once we find out what he's got, maybe we'll see if we can't find something to match it. Alright, we'll run off right here and pull in and put some seed in this. Get those flaps open here. I know it's probably kind of like, why don't you just go ahead and put seed in it direct instead of using the tinder? Well, if this was real life, I would rather have a tinder that loads from the ground with a little auger that comes out. Now, in this particular one, it doesn't have one that comes out. At least not that I've seen. So, unfortunately, we don't get that view. But in real life, we could turn this spout to where it was an auger, that would load the seed into the seed wagon or seed tender, and then we could fill the seeder without having to climb up on the side of it. And that would be what I would do in real life if I could. So, along with keeping along those terms, that's why I do it this way, is to kind of emulate that particular aspect where we're loading it without having to climb up on the side of the seed, the planter. Okay, yeah, I just needed to change to the other one. I forget the planter holds over 5,600, but there's only 4,000 per section in this tender, which nobody really ever makes a bigger tender. I mean, you have a planter that holds almost 6,000 and a tender that only holds 8,000. Kind of be nice to have a tender that holds at least 2 or 3 seed loads so you don't have to drive back to the farm every time. I'm going to run back here to the back and put these seeds in. The overflow for the store whenever there's not any room to put stuff out front. For some reason, the overflow is way back here by the junk pile. And sometimes into the junk pile, depending on the size of the item you've ordered. I've had some fun unloading or picking up some stuff back here that got dumped off into the junk pile. Yep, see, there they are right there in the junk pile. See if I can back up good enough to get these two right here. Invariably, no matter what I'm trying to get, it always picks up from 3 pallets down instead of the one that's right here. Yeah, see, it's the second one. I mean, I'm right against that first pallet, but it always goes to the one furthest away. Makes no sense to me. Okay, good. We should be able to get all of this, so we'll have that out of the junk pile. Alright, now let's pull up and try to get this other one. I better probably not get right against it or it's going to take the one next to it instead of that one. See if we can't trick it into doing what we want. Hey, it worked. Alright. We'll go pull this back around to the front. It's already 9:30 at night, so it seems rather late for planting still. But as I mentioned earlier, I kind of want to get this over with so we can get started. I mean, if the temperature in the ground is right, I guess I never mentioned that, but the temperature is not above, I think it's 51 ground temperature. Soybean and corn won't germinate properly, according to this. That's 50. So soybeans and corn. Our map is showing, oh, we're going to have rain. So that might hinder things a little. But we should be getting into the 50-degree field temperatures here before long. It's staying in the 50s for the next, well, it goes down to 49 Friday, possibly. But then it continues to rise, so we should be good in the next day or two to get some corn and soybeans planted. So, all right, let's get back to this. Turn this tractor off, and we'll run over and find the pickup truck. Or maybe we'll just take the little not quad track, the little, I can't even think of what it's called now. Hey, we'll just take the pickup truck. I don't know where the Polaris is. I I try to keep everything parked in a certain spot, but I'm so scattered around right now, having so many things going on. Not used to being this spread out like this. But I had to take a little bit of time away because well, personal issues, family and all that. And so I haven't been on here in about a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. So I've kind of forgotten where everything's laid out. But I had it in what I thought was a good, organized math. I just passed the entrance. And we'll just do this real quick. Yeah, no, I passed you, and then I cut you off. Give me time, I'll do worse. Not even gonna bother to shut this gate. No, the cows are gonna be right here, but that's all they're gonna be. They never go anywhere else. So crazy. Yep, excuse me. Well, I'm trying to turn to where I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so we got them some water. Hey, hello, cow. Yeah, there you are, right there, yep. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Don't you cows go out there in the grass? Stand up here. What are you eating? The bugs? Alright, now that we got that one taken care of, run up here to the pig farm. Some of my games I turn traffic off because it's just more of a hindrance than anything. I mean, it's 55 along this road. I'm doing 35 and I'm passing everybody. I guess that's a safety issue in the game, trying to pull out of the parkways and getting out onto the roadway can be a little difficult with the bigger vehicles, tractors and so forth. But in a realism point of view, I mean, you got to do it in real life. These county roads, I mean, they could have speed limits of 40 and people will still do 70. But I leave the traffic on this because I like to have that element. Watching the Clarke Farms videos, there's always traffic driving by out in front of the farm. Hardly ever do you see it just empty and nothing going by. Alright. Let's go over here to our realistic waterer. I do not know where that thing is supposed to be dumping to. But instead of trying to figure something out, I just figured, oh, well, if it works right there, I'll just leave it there. And it worked. So I just left it. I'm not going to feed them. They are getting a little low on feed, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'd like to get it to a 2-day cycle with seasons. Whoop, what am I doing? There we go. With seasons, the cycle is generally 2 days, and I'd like to do the feeding in the mornings instead of at night, which I guess really, if you get down to it, there could be times where you would do morning and night feedings. But in this case, I think I want to just do mornings. So it's always a routine for me. I'm a routine person. I like to get a little bit of a routine set up. Bad thing is I've not allowed myself that opportunity with this series because it's too in and out for me. I get started on it and then something interrupts me and I break away from it for a while and then come back to it and have to relearn everything I did. So I'm hoping that that'll change here because I'm just focusing on this series right now. I'm not working on anything else except for just my own playtime. And right now, my playtime for myself is Welker Farms, and I just not Welker Farms. I'm sorry. It's a I do have a Welker Farms map running, but I guess really it's between Welker Farms and Ravenport. Whenever I first started Farming Simulator a couple years ago, the very first farm I ever did, I still have it running. And in those days, of course, all you had was Ravenport, Fellsburn, and I can't even remember if there was a third one. But I don't think I've ever played on Fellsburn or Fellsburn, however it's said. But I don't think I've ever played on that map. But Ravenport, getting back to that, I worked on Ravenport and I saved that uh, work. My wife played a little bit on it. I played a little bit on it, and we both basically I call it our map. It's our game. We didn't ever do anything on a server. It's not where we play it together. It's she either plays or I play, but never at the same time. But just like the other night, she cut the grass in all the grass fields. So, well, a couple of them. But anyhow, I'm still got that game going, and it's been going for a couple of years now, and so that's kind of my little vacation from playing anything else. I go back to playing that particular map. And it's just fun and relaxing. I don't do it for any particular reason other than to just have fun and relax with it. But anyhow, we're going to run back out here to where we ended up when the seed ran out. See if I can make sure I'm going in the right direction. I am. Oh, right into a garage. Look at that. Yeah. Let's see if I can get out of this. Oh boy, how are we going to explain that to the neighbors in the morning? Sorry, I just drove through your garage door. I want it. Let me go. Out here with the flashlight and see what's going on. Oh, our front weight's through the door. Let's see here. Try to get out of this here and okay, we finally got out of that. That was kind of a weird situation. Funny how you can drive through stuff like that, but you can't back out away from it. You gotta do silly things to get it to fix. Okay, there we are. We gotta find our spot again. Alright, well, Like I said, next time we get together, we should be on soybeans and corn. I'll go ahead and wrap these two fields up that are on contract off camera. But until we get back together again, you all have a great day out and stay safe out there.